Hello everybody, welcome. I happen to be flying during this coronavirus season and, well, I have internet on board, so let's see how it performs. Internet browsing is better than I thought, and besides some heavier elements of the web pages taking a bit longer to load, for example, CSS sheets, in general, you can read through articles, check the news and browse around without too much fuss. As you can see here, one of my favorite web pages, Ars Technica. You can see that the page is loaded even though the fonts are missing, but I can already read the content and everything works just fine, no problem at all. I can make things a bit better by opening multiple tabs, and everything works better than I thought. YouTube also works better than expected. The page loads quickly, probably because I had some of the content cached offline, and that actually would help a lot in minimizing, data transmission. As you can see, the page already loaded with recent content. The previews load, and as you can see, once you load the video, the ad comes up quite quickly, and once you start watching, everything goes okay. In the meantime, as your video starts buffering, you can keep browsing, reading whatever you wanted, and get back to your video and watch it without any hiccups. I am naturally not gonna speed the video up, so you have an idea of how it actually performs. So this is real time. The spanning scene is stuttering, but I'm actually recording at 30 FPS using VLC and not actually very sure of how it performs. I never used before to capture video, so that's why it's breaking a bit. But as I watch it, there is really no problem at all. Of course, I'm curious to see how the traffic actually gets routed. So, well, to resolve the mystery, I decided to trace route two IPs of which I know actually the destination, the precise destination address. Sometimes you use these IP geolocation tools and they point you to a completely different city or even to another side of the country, but these two IPs I know exactly where they are, so I can assess the performance. One is located in Latin America and the other one is located in Europe. So let's see how it goes. Our public IP belongs to Panasonic Avionics Corporation. This makes sense. Ownership according to who is data is in California and I've never really heard of them. According to Wikipedia, they are headquartered in Lake Forest with main engineering hub in Bothell and manufacturing done in Osaka, Japan. And they have settled a bribery case with the government. Our first hops belong to the Zayo Group. I've never heard of them either. They operate a Tier 1 IP network and probably have a contract with Panasonic, and for this situation that makes a lot of sense. The test on the right is pointed to an IP in the Czech Republic. You will see that the traffic goes all the way through Zayo's own network to Germany, then reaches a Czech peering point at nix.pate and then the backbone of my provider. On the right I'm just tracing all the way to Google's DNS server and I'm gonna naturally land the closest to the exit point, to my gateway. I'm connected and the first test is obviously to run a quick speed test. Let's see how it goes. I am naturally not gonna speed this up so you have an idea of how it actually performs. The latency is super high as expected, but once it gets going it's actually not too bad. I would expect much worse performance. The performance on my phone was much better, and I think that's just because I got lucky that when I tested it on the phone not so many people were online. The latency indicator on the phone is updating like real time, which is very interesting, and you can see that, well, the traffic goes really far until it gets to its destination. Nmap always shows interesting things. First of all, we will find out that ports 80, 443 and 53 are open. This is natural. Ports 80 and 443 are hosting the captive portal passengers we will use to sign in and pay. If properly configured, the operating system will detect the captive portal and immediately forward you to the login screen. Well, it actually works because I got forwarded to it when I initially connected. Port 53 is hosting a DNS server. It is configured to show you a proper captive portal instead of the IP address to facilitate accepting the SSL certificate. Later on, you'll see that the local plane server is running bind. And bind is actually also probably running as a relay. It is also running Squid as HTTP proxy, and I'm really curious whether or not this is really doing any caching as well, or just acting as some sort of redundancy point, you know, to send traffic to the different ground stations. I don't know. At the end, we'll see that the MAC address is signed by Matsushita Avionics Systems, and that's Panasonic's old name. The very short uptime indicates that the system reboots completely at the beginning of every flight. And I'm actually wondering now whether this is also driving the in-flight entertainment system. At the end, my biggest joy is to find out that they're using a real certificate issued by DigiCert instead of making us swallow a self-signed certificate. Unfortunately, I don't have another device I could connect to do a proper client-to-client connectivity test. And iOS devices have ICMP blocked, so it's not a useful test. But after seeing this result here, I suspect that wireless devices can talk to each other, and that would not be good security-wise. However, I really don't understand exactly how Wi-Fi works in this regard, even if the wireless access point has client-to-client communication blocked. If you could still carry the MAC address, like here you have the MAC address of my iPhone. So if you really understand how Wi-Fi works, then just let me know in the comments.